Hey, what's up, guys? I want to talk about this experience about how the enemy can try to make our hearts turn cold. I was put in a situation to where one of my kin people asked me, did I want to come live with them, and of course I needed a place to stay. I said yes. And some of the tasks that I had to do at their house was I had to clean up, cook, take care of my aunt who at the time came out of coma, and she could barely walk, she could barely talk when I first came there, and I had to be her in-house nurse, in living nurse. I cooked, I cleaned, and I took care of her and made sure she was okay. Walked to the stores. I did all this, and at times I did have jobs, and I came home and had to take care of all the house, things too, and I had to provide food for the house. And one day when my relative became they became well, and started walking, started talking, and you know things started to I started feeling some tension in the house, like I wasn't doing enough. And I I tried to I tried hard to resolve the situation as best as I could, and explain to them, what I was doing, and it got to the point to where I had to just pray and ask God, if my season is up, let me know, Lord, and don't let me stay at a place to where if my season up and I'm not welcomed, and you are shifting me to my next move or to my next level, let me go to my next level. And it was just that, I had to get out of that house. Didn't have a roof to, didn't have a place, to go. I just got shifted on out into the streets. And this is my testimony, guys, of being there for people and people not being there for you. How would you react to when you had the most intentions of having a person best interest and they didn't have yours? This is my story, guys. There was a time in my life when I was living in a tent in the woods. I had been abandoned by loved ones and labeled as crazy, ungrateful, and lazy. People said I just didn't want to work. So many stopped dealing with me altogether. No family members came to check on me. No friends came looking for me. All I had was God. One morning I woke up and couldn't move. I couldn't walk. I was lying helpless in that tent, trying to move my legs, but they would not respond. Every time I tried to force myself, I would fall right back down. I began to pray and cry out to God because I didn't know what was happening to me. As I prayed, I remember hearing in my spirit, "You have to get up. You have to try to walk." My entire body was in pain, but somehow I managed to stand. Walking was almost impossible. Every step hurt. I had to force myself out of the woods and toward the sidewalk. It was one of the hardest battles I have ever faced. That experience gave me a new respect for people who are paralyzed. I have lost limbs. I have lost limbs and still find a way to keep moving forward. Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys, for that. That experience gave me a new respect for people who are paralyzed or have lost limbs and still find a way to keep moving forward. What they overcome every day is remarkable. The first day, I only made it about 5 steps before I had to stop. The next day, I tried again. Each day, I would take a few more steps and then go back to lie down. Little by little, I got stronger. After about 2 weeks, I was walking normally again. Ever since that experience, I have never taken walking for granted. That's one reason I push myself to walk 5 miles, 6 miles, even 10 miles, and sometimes 12 and 13, 15 miles. I know what it feels like to lose the ability to walk, and I never forget it. Years later, doctors diagnosed me with a spinal cord problem, disease. Looking back, I still believe God carried me through one of the darkest moments of my life. People may have given up on me, but God never did. When nobody else was there, God was. And that's a testimony I never stopped sharing. The Bible warned that in the last days, people would become lovers of money. We live in a time there where many of sacrifice, relationships, loyalty, and compassion for financial gain. Money is a useful tool, but people are priceless because they are made in the image of God. For people would be lovers of self, lovers of money, proud, arrogant, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy. 2 Timothy 3, 1, and 5. I love you guys, and I'm out. Treat people kind, and try to be for your loved ones, your friends, as much as you can. I love you guys, and I'm out.